as entrepreneurs, we do this sometimes, especially on social media. We count other people's pockets, we count other people's minds. You're thinking that someone doesn't have the money when they actually do. You're thinking somebody doesn't care when they actually do. One of my good friends said this to me. He said, a lot of people don't want to become 7 or 8 or 9-figure entrepreneurs, believe it or not, but they do want to see what that feels like as the lifestyle. So you just taking a 60-second clip of what you think was I say direct conversation, but that 160 seconds of that whole conversation might be something that's like, yo, that was game changing. Like, for example, you're chasing 9 figures, right? Somebody maybe just be chasing 7. You're thinking like, oh, this is just nothing. This is something. To me, that's amazing. You say one little piece that changes the world for me, that's everything. So I think really looking at what you have, not even you looking at, I think you need to stop looking at it. Give it to someone else and they look at it and they take out the pieces that makes that change in their life. And that's what you should go ahead and make.
Can I say one other? I also think if you can reframe your mindset around it as well, if you have a great message that resonates with you, chances are that will resonate with so many people. By you not putting that out in the world, you're doing a disservice to the people that need that message.
Oh, let me add that real quick, because I'm thinking like the exact same thing. Like you and I could say the exact same thing verbatim, and people would connect with you over me, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Just because, and if he said it, like just because of how we look, right? She could say something that I'm saying exactly the same way, but people will connect with her that would never connect with me. So like if you don't say your truth, you're keeping that information from millions of people that would only connect with you. You see what I'm saying? So.
Can I say something real quick? So everybody in this room was here yesterday, right? If you could tune in and watch Jared go through and do what he did yesterday with 2 or 3 high-level business entrepreneurs, not just one, but navigate through the way that he did yesterday better than Oprah could do it. Would you tune in and watch it? Like, I would listen in and I would watch every single one because it was truly incredible to watch you navigate through that. And I don't know if everybody feels the same, but I would absolutely tune in and watch those.
Oh, actually, one thing that might be helpful too is I didn't have an Instagram account until I started Top Dog Law and started posting. Like, I generally believe I do not want to be spending my personal time as a consumer of social media scrolling and watching other people's lives. I don't think that's a good use of my hours of the day. And so some of your social media reluctance might be well placed, right? Is like, hey, I want to be out there doing it. I don't want to be a consumer. And so I think becoming a producer on social media rather than a consumer. Social media is a tool. I want to be spending my time on social media creating content for others to engage with, more so than engaging with other people's content. But then once you start doing it, what you find is, oh my gosh, I love the subject of social media. Now I'm getting into what makes a video go viral. Ooh, look at this hook. Look at this call to action. What about this video made it go well? So then I started spending time as a consumer on social media, but rather than doing it in doom scrolling, right? I'm studying social media. I'm looking at it as like a subject matter and thinking like, why does this piece of content go viral and this one didn't on Instagram? Why is TikTok this type of content works, but that content doesn't work on Instagram? And so then it's like, I think you start by producing, and then because you want to be a better producer, you start consuming from a different mindset, which allows you to look at social media as probably a productive use of time, because then you're thinking, how can I use this as a tool to grow my brand or my business or my message?
I want to add in too. What's the actual goal? Are you using this to just be famous on Instagram? Or are you using this because you're trying to build leads? Or are you trying to build consultant clients? Figure out what exactly the goal is, because then if your goal is to get consultant clients, you don't need to be famous. You need to have 1 or 2 or 3 pieces as a week with a strong call to action. That's going to fill up the whole week with your calendar, because you might have 3 pieces that say, hey, look, these are 3 steps that I took that's going to got me from here to here. Be somebody like me, I'm a DM you, hey, how can I do this? How can I sign up? How can I, schedule a call? If that's your goal, then you don't have to go viral. You don't have to be famous. You just need a couple good pieces with a strong call to action, good messaging that talks directly to your ICA. Like, I might not even post every single day. I might post 3 times a week, but then my DMs are going crazy. And that's what I really want. I don't really like Instagram myself, to be honest with you. I'm planning to go ghost in a couple years, but we do what we need to do now to build in a clientele and things like that.
I'm curious because he had a whole session yesterday and it was amazing. Would clipping that up? Because I'm gonna give you that content.
I was sold.
Yeah.
I was sold.
So I'm curious, is that something like if he keeps on doing those type of sessions with people live, should he clip that up and post that type of stuff? So you already have some content.
Even just simulate.
Did y'all
it.
get some of that?
Yeah, he's gonna get all that.
All of it, yeah. Get that on YouTube, get that
Not
everywhere.
only that, but the strategy doesn't necessarily have to be strategy. It doesn't even necessarily have to be to create and put something out. Like it can be a byproduct of whatever you're doing, right? So it's like the concept of document, don't create, where you're just living an interesting life and making an impact on people. Like we've all been impacted. Like every single person I've talked to has been like, yo, that was not just like, oh wow, Jared said smart things and people said smart things and I learned from it, but like the energy and the atmosphere that you created, it was almost this like intangible thing that we all felt. Like it was like a pretty magical experience, for lack of a better word. And if that was just like captured, like you're doing this thing, I'm sure you have conversations like that with people in your life as you're just going on anyway. Like if you literally just like capture those moments and released it, like you wouldn't even necessarily have to be the one that's like laboriously trying to come up with stuff and putting your message out there. You could literally just like, you are your walking message. Like you're giving your message even like right now, just interacting with people without even thinking of it, because your message is you, right? So just like documenting rather than effortless or putting effort into create, and then letting that get released out into the world so that it's a byproduct of what you're doing rather than like a major focus.